unpack the big stories, the issues in the news. I have a regular analyst on the program, Rufa Hussaini and Obed Howard. So, and the phone lines will be open here as always. You call in and join the conversation. Also send in a WhatsApp message. Let's start this morning. Let's start. We'll start with this day newspaper. The first headline here says Supreme Court to hit full complement as NJC recommends appointment of 11 justices. Cardoso approves new CBN service charter. Still here in this day newspaper, National Assembly asks federal government to stop granting tax waivers. All of that you get in this day newspaper. Now let's move to the Vanguard this morning. We have here that Kaduna bombing error won't deter fight against terrorism, Defense Minister. NJC okays elevation of 11 justices to Supreme Court bench. Kaduna bombing protesters to storm National Assembly demand sack of Defense Minister. And still in the Vanguard this morning, demolition be fair to Easterners, Igbos in UK urge federal government, Lagos government. Demolition, court freezes Kanu government account over 30 billion naira compensation. All of that you get in the Vanguard newspaper. Now to the Punch this morning. Supreme Court 11 justices kill NJC hurdles, awaiting Tinubu's nod. Family mourns Nigerian lady strangled to death in UK. Customs make highest revenue from Southwest reps. That story is in the Punch newspaper. Naira falls by 17% to 951 naira. Lagos politician arraigned for vote buying, remanded in custody. That's in the Punch newspaper. And now to the Daily Trust this morning. It says that NJC recommends appointment of 11 Supreme Court justices. Stories here. The Daily Trust. Gunmen stole Kogi governorship election petitions from tribunal secretary. You get that in Daily Trust newspaper. Kaduna village massacre. Protesters besiege a National Assembly in Zaria. Court sacks Ekiti PDP caretaker committee. And now to the Sun newspaper. NJC approve Uwonso Ijeoma Sake and 8 others as Supreme Court justices. Now the writer says also okays a Supreme Court judge, 6 heads of judiciary, 26 others judicial officers. That you get in the Sun newspaper. Reps pledge to boost internal security through robust oversight. Now the writer says furious over INEC's absence at budget defense. Akeredolu helped court direct assembly speaker to appoint medical panel. Rivers Assembly elect principal officers, gives first reading to local government amendment bill. And now to the Nation's newspaper this morning. Death toll in aero drone rises to 127 survivors. That you get in the Nations. 5 in police net over alleged disruption of NAS convention in Abuja. Alleged 3.1 billion naira fraud prosecution closes case in Suswan Okolobia's trial. Oshu communal clash, Oshu communal crisis extend to Oyo. And now to the Guardian newspaper this morning. Dilapidated police barrack, 22,000 officers await relocation. Claims 7 months after quick notice. Now, the quick notice. Now, let's look at the riders. The rider says a project worth billions of naira delayed for efficiency, says FPRO. And we buy our own uniforms. Officers' welfare, not police priority. Lawmakers consider option of squalid quarters. that you get in the Guardian newspaper. And still in the Guardian this morning, UN flags Kaduna bombing as protesters to storm the National Assembly demands a minister resignation. Now the writer says death toll hit 127, injured victims 75, relative intensified search for missing persons in hospital, body parts picked on nearby trees, many victims yet to be found. Killing of civilians won't stop fight against terrorism, says Matawela. Speaker Abba seeks U.S. assistance on security, anti-corruption. And that's the write-up to the story that says UN flags Kaduna bombing as protesters storm National Assembly, demands minister's resignation. And still in the Guardian this morning, President Tinubu threatens to shut down public buildings over non-compliance to disability access. Now, the writer said tax state on disability commissions as legislators make case for disability trust fund. And finally, on the Guardian this morning, Africa must decolonize education to save generations. Now, these are your headlines this morning from all of these newspapers. Now, we'll connect with Rufal City. Let's look at some of the top stories. It's going to analyze the stories, and then we'll talk about the big stories. In case you're just tuning in, we're happy to have you join us this morning. You're listening to Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. We stream our shows on YouTube. We're streaming live right now on YouTube, so it means you can go there, you see us live, subscribe to the channel, like it, share it with your friends and family. That really do matters to us. Okay, now let's see. I'm connecting with the big man himself, Rufai, and then we'll get talking this morning. Now, the story here that it's in all of the newspapers. Hello, good morning to you, sir. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Okay.
Hello.
Yeah, good morning. I can hear you. Bonjour. Bonjour.
Bonjour. Comment ça va?
Ça va bien, merci. That's really cool. Okay. Let's talk. One of the big stories here, it's in all of the papers, it's about the Kaduna bombing. The protesters, they stormed the National Assembly and they demand sack of the defense minister. Now, the Guardian newspaper, their writers, the way they broke it down, it's quite heartbreaking. They said the death toll hits 127, injured victims 75, relative the intensified search for missing person in hospital, body parts are picked on nearby trees, and many victims yet to be found. Killing of civilians won't stop fight against terrorism. That's what Matawela said, and that's it on the story here. So they are protesting that they should sack the defense minister.
And their protests are in order because why would the military say that they couldn't pinpoint accurately what they were bombing? That it was a lapse in intelligence. Despite the amount of money. This morning, I was just checking through their budgets. Billions upon billions to be able to procure libraries, to be able to procure this, to be able to build new buildings and all of that. And on top of all of that, citizens were bombed to smithereens, which is very sad. So more investigation. That's why we also like to wait on the investigation of the top brass of the military. We need to be able to get to an end of this. This is a national disaster. You can see the way foreign media are now reporting that the death toll could have even been more than what they reported. Look at what you're saying this morning. People's body blasts to smithereens on trees. And what is the offense? They're citizens of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So I support those protests. But in all of this, Mary, I'd like to ask, where's the governor of the state? Where's the governor of the state? I've not heard him come out, to speak. It's just been the commissioner of internal security and Rwanda that's been speaking. Where's the governor of the state? The newspaper outlets online anyway was talking about the fact that he's not been around. Probably they say he's still in COP or something. Where is he? I don't want to believe that, but I want the governor to come out and show us that he's around.
Yeah, you mentioned the budget. If you are taking your time to look at the budget, you will. I don't know. The feeling is really, really bad because if you look
so go ahead, Mary.
Gbajabiamila had some explaining to do yesterday. He was trying to explain because when we saw the money that was allocated to the chief of staff, residence renovation and some other things, you will wonder why is it so huge. He is saying this morning that the 2024 budget has no provision for chief of staff's residence renovation, that he lives in his own house. But when you go down and see how much that was located, the billions of naira, you will wonder, is he now a contractor? Is the chief of staff now a contractor?
It's just shocking. I mean, it made some explanation trying to douse the tension, but there are so many spendings and you see, because it's over 2,000 pages, everybody's just still going through it line by line. But a couple of things I saw, take for instance, in the defense ministry, there were different parastatals. And what struck me is that these different parastatals have their different libraries. And someone was, and I was asking myself, why couldn't we digitize the library in such a way that, okay, we can have a level of remote use and reduce this expenditure? I mean, it's just too much. So I'm wondering do we really scrutinize our budgets properly? And you were talking about Bajabia Miller's own. So sad. What about the money being spent by the presidential aid on travels? Guess what? I was checking through the parastatal National Action Council on Climate Change. We're complaining about this present COP that is ongoing.
Yes.
They've already earmarked 50 million naira down for travels in COP 20. It's part of the budget.
Wow.
So there's so many things. And that's why throughout yesterday, that's what I extensively did. I was just reading. And there's so much. And apart from this, let's also push, for better clarity. I know a lot of people will be able to do the independent work. And this is what we call full citizen participation. The proper independent work. And also, let's not just also stop here at the budget. Let's also try to know who these contracts were given to in procurement. And let's even investigate was some of these projects done. And let's even now match it with last year's budget line item, because you will see that there are so many projects that keep repeating each other. Take, for instance, one parastatal was using 9 million to fumigate. You wonder how many fumigation is going on. So there's so much. There's so much at stake. And collectively, we need to collectively build this country by asking questions.
When you know that, come to think of it, when you know that the funding for some of this budget, if not all of them, it's from borrowed funds. They're going to borrow.
That even makes it more shocking. So it's from borrowed funds that we want to resuscitate the VIP wing of the clinic in Donham Barracks that the president never uses. It's from borrowed funds that we are resuscitating the VIP wing. That's a VIP wing they just resuscitated during Buhari's time. That even the president's wife then was saying that there are no drugs, that is not up to standard. We all know that the president, anything he wants to get his health care, he goes abroad. But we're representing the VIP wing. So, I guess what is it for other people that's going to use it there? What's the effectiveness of the clinic?
If they have put this money, something that would directly impact the lives of the citizens, something that like education, health, something that the citizens will really feel and say, okay, the government is working, it would have been better. But all of these huge funds, it will not affect the common man on the street. It would not. So
yes, and I discovered something. I've not been able to do the cumulative number, but one thing I discovered from reading that budget is, for buying cars alone, I think Nigeria spends hundreds of billions in buying cars every year. Almost every parastatal had purchase of cars in their proposition. Almost every parastatal had purchase of cars in their proposition. So buying cars is like a big ecosystem. And I'm sure some people, that's just their rackets. Purchase of cars. Purchase of Hilux, or purchase of cars. That's it. And somebody will be, and I'm thinking in my head that, okay, if you have hundreds of billions, at least from what I'm able to estimate on purchase of cars, that is going to close to 100 billion now, and I know it's going to be more than. Why don't you just put that money and fix it into various automotive sectors, automotive car makers, and let that money go to them for development and R&D? Because there's a lot of car requests every year. That alone should be able to jumpstart the automotive sector growth. Because almost every parastatal purchases cars. But what are we going to see? Japanese cars, all these guys. So I think if it's that alone, we can do that. Okay, all the multi-billion they are using to purchase cars, give that money to the likes of them innocents and tell them to produce you those cars. At least you are growing the automotive sector. Make a circular that it is every parastatal. We only depend on what's it called? Nigerian maker. It will even grow the sector in such a way that when people know that there's demand, at least if citizens are not buying, all government parastatal will buy. More people will go into the business of bringing CKD in and assemble them in Nigeria and create jobs. So that alone can be able to jumpstart the sector, because if you are seeing requests for buying cars almost now the parastatal and you are hearing million, billion, and that's going to over 100 or 200 billion, at least if that money can come back to this economy, we'll feel the impacts.
We have a big precedent. We have a big precedent.
Oh wow.
I think I'll encourage everybody to go take time and look at the budget, so
take time and look at that thing, because there's still more. Mary,
there is
in fact,
more.
everything I was just like I'm questioning. The defense ministry has like 6 or 7 or 8 parastatals, if my memory serves me right, and all of them made requisition for a library. What's it called? Department of Space something. Those who made requisition for software for cyber security, So we now have an arm in the defense ministry that watches that oversees the internet and cyber and everything. So there's like a proper agency for that now. Those ones have a budget. It's different from this. It's different from other ones. Library budgets. Very
Interesting. Now, another story here. It's on the Guardian newspaper. It's a big story there. It says that dilapidated police barrack, 22,000 officers await relocation. Claims 7 months after quick notice. Now, apart from the quick notice, we have here that the writer says project worth billions of naira delayed for efficiency, says FPRO. Police are saying we buy our own uniforms. Officers' welfare, not police priority. That is in the story. And if you go deep, if you open the story, there are lots of revelations. But we know that this is not new in terms of the barrack renovations, the quit notice that have been given. I've seen policemen call me on the program. They just say, please, I want to be anonymous, but we buy our own uniform. They don't really care about our welfare and all of that.
In fact, what I would like us to do is I want us to champion sort of like a day where police officers can call and tell us their plight. Yeah, we blame them a lot because they too have a lot they do that is not right, but also their welfare is poor. And today I'm speaking up for the police officers. Look at the dilapidated state of those barracks. See, even the police college which they teach them, many years ago, they did a famous documentary on Nigerian Police College. And look at their barracks. And that's why when I saw the IG in COP28 going to talk about the green angle where police want to be adding to climate change conversation, I said, the money you are used to go there and your expert code, even if it's one barrack, even if it's one wing of a barrack you used to paint, at least they will know that place have a new lease of life. then their welfare and all of that. So this one now that they are pushing them in communities and things like that, who is going to be paying for their upkeep of their homes and things like that? And let's ask, who is going to buy those barracks if they push them out? Because take, for instance, the barrack in Ikoyi is a very choice property. Oh. The police barrack in Ikoyi is even overlooking waterfront. That's a very choice property. Oh. Hope they will not sell it to their cronies and real estate people. So we need to investigate those things. Because you know anything in Nigeria now, you need to shine your eye and be suspects. But the police are going through a lot. And it's not that money is not being released. There's money released, but it's not trickling down. So there needs to be proper investigation and proper audit. And what is the Police Service Commission doing? What is the Police Service Commission doing? So is it only when police officers are errant and all of that? And that's why we have built a culture of corruption. I was watching one YouTube video, before we just came out now, how a Dutch biker that is going around, travels around Africa on the bike, how police officers were openly asking for bribe around the patient. So when the lady was not ready to budge, I said, you can go. The lady too now asked them back, what do you have for me? They were asking, both of them openly asking, give me money, give me money. They don't know they were on camera. So that's the kind of country we've become. But also their welfare, their remuneration. I hear that they've not paid police officers. Guess what? Go and check in this way. There's insurance for them. But do they get it? And also, those are the multiple factors that we should look at.
Now, before I let you go, there is this news that says that the government stole Kogi governorship election petition from a tribunal secretary. That's just to look.
How can that even happen? If not the matter sounds convoluted. How can government come and steal election petition tribunal? Is it money? So you can see the kind of brigandage we've built in our society. Because of the kind of society we've been, government are coming to steal election petition. And if they are coming to steal election petition, what is it called? Are there no places we could have kept those petitions that could be better? So now, with all the evidence that they have filed now, that's all gone. You can see what's happening now. Just like how many INEC offices were being burnt. Haven't you noticed that elections are over now? INEC offices are not being burnt again. You remember close to election last year, INEC offices were being burnt. All of it. And all of this, we don't bring the perpetrators to book. So those people now, we can't have the police go after them and bring them to book. We just know government has come to steal election evidence materials of rigging. I mean, we need to do better in this country. The stories just sadden you every day. We need to do better. Government just came, marquee election evidence and go. At first, INEC will not be quick to release the election evidence. When they finally release it, government will steal it off. Now it's no longer money. Government sees documents they steal now. To get to say government will start stealing people's wife. They will start collecting people's wife at gunpoint in this country. That's the kind of country we're building. I think the police should investigate and bring those so-called government to book.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Rufus, for the analysis this morning. Yeah.
It is well.
Yeah, it is.
So I just want to say this quickly. Nigerians, go out there, make more research. Now we have a couple of justices that have passed for the Supreme Court. These people, their judgment will herald your life for the next foreseeable future. So please research them even more. Justice Uwoma, Justice Obade Ogbonyi, Justice Chioma Nwosu Iheme, Justice Moore Ademia, Justice Adewale Abiru, Justice Stephen Ada, Justice Jumai Sanki, Justice Abubakar Sadiq Umar, Justice Haruna Simeon Tamedi, Samani of Bauchi State, it was was on the election petition tribe. So these are some of the justices that might be going to the Supreme Court, and these are justices we should look at, critically scrutinize, because you see, these people, their decisions will herald your life, our lives, all of our lives. They'll be the one to give one or two decisions that will make up our country. So,
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, thank you very much.
Let's scrutinize. That's another one I want Nigerians to sound off on and scrutinize, please.
Okay, thank you so much, Rufai. We need to go pay some bills now. When we come back, the phone lines, bless you. The phone lines will be open for you to join the conversation. Keep it here.
Are you looking for the perfect getaway?
Look no further than the luxurious accommodations at Airport Golden Tulip Hotel, Lagos, number 42, Muritala Muhammad International Airport Road, Lagos.
Relax and unwind in a beautifully appointed rooms featuring all the amenities you need for a comfortable stay.
Whether you're traveling for business or pleasure, our attentive staff is here to ensure that your everyday need is met. We also offer complimentary pickup and drop-off from the Lagos Airport.
Take advantage of our state-of-the-art fitness center, outdoor pool, and enjoy a delicious meal at our on-site restaurant.
With stunning views, world-class service, and a prime location, Airport Golden Tulip Hotel, Lagos is the perfect choice for your next vacation or business trip.
So, why wait? Book your stay today and experience ultimate in comfort and luxury at Airport Golden Tulip Hotel.
For bookings and reservations,
is now here in Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Romeo, the pizza champions, and cold berry ice cream. Delight in every scoop. Visit any of our outlets and feel the rich taste from the pizza champions and cold berry ice cream at 11 Road by First Avenue, First Town, 28 at Denira Ogunsanya Street, Surulere, 13 Admiralty Way, Lekki Phase 1. Romeo's Pizza and cold berry ice cream. Romeo, the pizza champions.
It's the moment you've been waiting for, and we're bringing it to you live. Don't miss a second. Don't miss a second of the action as we broadcast live from the biggest news stories, hot talk shows, depth analysis from the best in the world. Stay informed and up to date with the best radio programming all day, every day. On your number one, People's Radio, Voice of the People, 90.3 FM.
You are listening to the number one station, the Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. Do not touch that dial.
This is the Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. The phone lines are open now for you to join the conversation. It is the front page review. My name is Mary Onaife Edebi. The numbers to call is 0700 903 903 903. Hello, good morning.
Hold on. Good morning, Mary Edebi. How are you?
I'm doing well this morning. Good morning to you, ma'am.
Yes, I'm a grandma, Chuku.
Grandma, welcome. Go ahead.
Thank you. A widow, visually impaired. I'm calling on Mr. Prince Akwachi, born in New York. Two. And so many other ones that they should please send me some for Christmas.
The line is even your line is breaking. The line is breaking. Okay. I can't really make out what you're saying, but please call me back. Thank you very much. Call me back. I can't really hear you. 0700 903 903 903 is the number to call in and join the conversation. 0700 903 903 903, or you could send in a WhatsApp message 0700 903 903 9. What's your take on the matters being discussed here this morning? Hello, good morning.
Hello. How are you, my sister? Good morning.
Good morning to you, sir. I'm doing well by God's grace.
Yeah, Peter Monse from Shomolu.
Yeah, welcome, sir.
Mary,
the mistaken bombing cannot stop the fight against terrorism or against insurgency. Now, for about 9 years now, Mary, do you know that more than hundreds of Chibok girls, the girls that went to school, did not commit any crime, and they were taken away by Boko Haram? And then, do you know that those girls are still with the terrorists in the forest? Is that their befitting place of residence? And the last time I heard was that the NYSC members who have abducted or kidnapped are still with the terrorists. Why can't the army go there and rescue these people? Mary, do you know that very young girl near Sharibu, for about how many years now going? So where is the army bombing now? Where are they fighting insurgency? That even Matawele can make such a comment? Mary, if Nigeria were to be a nation that people speak with one voice, all the governors of that northern state should have been asked to leave the office. Because not so long ago, we were told on this platform and other platform, we discussed that the service chiefs were alleging that they are begging the governors of the northern state to allow them to fight the terrorists. How can you beg the governors? Does it mean that the governors own the terrorists? Does it mean that it is a war between the governor and the terrorists? How can service chief beg the governors to allow them fight? Now we will be fighting with words here. Don't use that word. And the people we are paying with Nigerian money are using characters that are destroying this country. And then we keep talking. One day I will ask Ogami Rufai. Now you have been analyzing, and these stories are so pathetic, are so heartbreaking, so heart-wrenching. What is the way out? What do we do? Do we continue like this? Before VOA came up, we have been talking on other platforms. The same story about police, the same story about the army, the same story about the economy, the same story about our leaders. For how many years we are still talking? What is the way out? What do we do?
Thank you.
We say go and vote. You finish voting. You not see results. What do we do next? That's the question I'm asking everybody this morning. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Peter Monse, for your contribution. 0700 903 903 903. I'm going to read some of the messages we have here before I return back to the phone lines. I have this one from Benjamin from Shogule. It says, good morning, Mary. Today report shows 127 people have reported death. Have been killed or been reported dead of the army Kaduna bombing on Sunday. 4 days after, no one is suspended from office as the investigation keeps going on. This shows how valueless human beings is in our country, Nigeria. If civilians made mistake to kill a soldier, will soldiers take it lightly? May God continue to protect the innocent souls in our country, Nigeria. Benjamin from Shogule, thank you for your message. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mary.
Yeah, good morning, Ikan from Misolo.
Yes. Mary, I want to say this morning that the news that we had every day is not something that makes us happy. And when I passionately ask you, to go inside the newspaper and bring a story that would gladden my heart, if not any other person, maybe you think I'm just being an unnecessary, reasonable person. But the fact is that I want us to at least give us some good news. Now, like the last week I just said, when either by error or by whatever happened, some soldier was killed in Odi, in River State. What happened? Then administration sent they go and level the whole village. There was no animal that was escaping that situation. That was only about 3 soldiers that was killed or thereabout. But today, Nigerian army jets or whatever go and bomb a community, a village in Kaduna, and kill almost about 120 people. Being killed by their people, being killed by their government. And today, the Minister of Defense or whatever is now saying that whatever happened in that place would not deter them from continue fighting. And you remember the Air Rufai said that they know where these people, and they paid them to stop killing Nigerians. Today, Everybody is walking the street free. Nobody called him to question. Nobody asked him where these people are, so that at least they can go and handle them and do whatever they want to do. Next, there was an Air Force lady that was killed. You could remember a fresh Air Force lady that was killed. Up to today, we have not heard anything concerning that. A woman that was set ablaze in Kogi State, up to today, nothing has happened. How can we continue losing the lives of a Nigerian citizen every day by day?
Thank you.
That is one apart. What happened to the hunger that is happening in this situation now, in this administration?
Thank you.
Like I said, if Buhari has escaped this country for 8 years and we don't call him to, this one might not be so lucky. So you should be very, very careful because Nigerians are not happy.
Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you, Mr. Ikan, for your contribution. 0700 903 903 903 is the front page review. We're trying to analyze some of the top stories here this morning. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello. Yes, please, I call back. Grandma, Ebele Chuku.
Okay.
I call back. Visually impaired. He said my line was breaking. Please, I need support of this Christmas. I've told you the paper, please.
Okay, thank you. I think.
Please take down my number. Take down my number, Mary.
Okay. You're not.
Down my number.
Okay. Thank you very much.
God bless you.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate you. 0700 903 903 903. That's the number to call and join the conversation this morning. Let me take some of the messages that we have here, the WhatsApp messages, before I return back to the phone lines. Good morning, Mary. The major revenue of custom comes from Southwest, and it is true because 1 kg we usually clear for 35,000 naira at Cargo Airport is increased to 11,600 naira, and we don't know what the money is for and who are major importers of goods in the Southwest. Leo from Lagos. Interesting. Prince Ayote from Arena Market says, good morning, Mary. It's a beautiful Thursday morning. Things fall apart. Animals in Aso Rock are included in the budget. The sum of 200 and some fraction millions are budgeted for only animals servicing, the new vehicles with the sum of 9 billion. The computers and other gadgets are budgeted for 9 billion. Our government value animals and non-living things than its citizens who voted for them during the election. Mary, I mourn with Kaduna victims and may their soul rest in perfect peace. I don't know whether the federal government want to build a national stadium or a cathedral in Kashim Shetima with the sum of 15 billion naira. The military personnel should be sacked because they make more people widows. Okay. Thank you very much, Prince Ayotek. You said a lot of things in your message. I appreciate you. Back to the phone lines. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mary.
Yeah, good morning to you, sir. What's your name and location?
My name is Tony. I'm speaking from Oshodi.
Okay, Mr. Tony, go ahead.
Yeah, it is in respect of the protests, in respect of the bombing at Kaduna.
Yeah.
Yes, they're supposed to protest, but it is not the fault of Chief of Defense Staff. You understand what I'm saying?
I'm listening to you, sir.
Yeah. The protests supposed not to have anything to do with the Chief of Defense Staff. You understand? Because
I'm listening.
If the Chief of Defense Staff was not the one that sent them to go and bomb, or maybe in bombing, they're supposed to be, maybe the bombing, there's an error in bombing. What they thought, it was not what they bombed. And that one has nothing to do with the Chief of Defense Staff. If there's any political issue they are to follow, let them follow it, but not that kind of protest. A lot of killing has been happening in Kaduna. No one protests. Why this one? If I may ask, why this particular one? Mary, please, can you tell me why this one is being protested? Right from the time of the former governor of Kaduna, a lot of killing has been happening. Nobody protests. Why this one? Hello?
No, I'm following. I'm listening. I'm listening to you.
Why this one?
Thank you. Thank you very
Nothing
much.
concerns the chief of defense staff with this bombing at all in any form. Why are they protesting that they should remove the chief of defense staff?
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Is it because he's from Southern Kaduna? Or is it because he doesn't give them the chance of killing again?
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. You're raising some cogent questions there. Thank you for calling in this morning. 0700 903 903 903 is the number to call and join the conversation. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Turn down the volume on your radio set. Oh my goodness. Hello. Okay, please call me back. When you call, turn down the volume on the radio so that we don't get feedback. So, some people wear earpiece, and it's not really good at all. That noise. 0700 903 903 903. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Mary. Good morning.
Good morning. Turn down the volume on your radio set there.
Yeah.
Have you done that?
This is Bro Ike from Metala.
Okay, bro. I go ahead.
I am talking on the bombing on the Kaduna side. I want to know, does it mean that our army, they don't have searchlights or whatever that they will use to know? Because we are watching films, foreign films. When all these things, they are on the air, they have something they use to know people on the ground. Does it mean that our Nigerian army does not have such a thing to know that made them to go and clear all these people? In fact, I'm just thinking there is a plan. Maybe there's something wrong in that Kaduna. Every time, you cannot pass for 1 month, you didn't hear anything concerning killing in Kaduna. They should think of it. They should look into it. Something is happening. Something is on the ground. Not only that, in our country, Nigeria, look at how things is. If you enter market, very soon there will be no 100 naira something in the market, if there is now. But our people keep on budgeting on something that is not affecting the masses. I don't know the type of heart they have when they enter into that seat. Because you see them campaigning, putting an innocent face, as if to say when they enter there, they will do or do. But as they enter the seat, they turn to lion heart. They should remember that one day, if not in life, the other side, they will give account of it. This is certain.
Thank you, Brother Ike.
Thank you. God bless you.
Yeah, thank you, Brother Ike. I appreciate your contribution this morning. Let's head on now to YouTube to take some of the messages that we have here. Ife K1 says, hello, Mary and Rufai. Good morning to you. OB12 Obi says, why can't the military engage the bandits in grand battle? Thank you very much for your message. Tracy Jacobian says, how can she go? Okay, thank you. That's another private matter. Thank you very much for calling on the program. Okay, thank you for sending your messages. Let me go to WhatsApp and take another message. We're done with YouTube for now. I have Adegboyega Adedeji says, good morning, Mary. King Solomon in the book of Ecclesiastes told us there is an evil under the sun, perpetrated, done, and known to the rulers of the earth, but to ordinary people it seems as error, accident, mistake. The truth is that there is a long list of bombing of innocent Nigerians in the period of 7 years or more. No one has ever been persecuted at reign. In fact, the investigation has seen no closure till date. Or what do we do next? We all move on with our lives, leaving behind the death. A different government with different style of disaster death identify with them. Some time ago, planes were falling like rain before we began to experience kidnapping, terrorism, banditry. These are okay. Thank you. Let's not go into all of those theories. Thank you, Adegboyega, for your message. 0700 903 903 903. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning to you. Okay, I hope you can hear me now. Good morning.
Good morning, Madam Mary.
Good morning, Emeka.
Good morning, Madam Mary.
Good morning to you. Good morning
God
to you.
bless you, my speaker. Oh, thank you so much. My dear, Rufai is saying I've said everything, but my take this morning is this. Life of every Nigeria is mattered a lot. Life of every Nigeria, be you a small or big, be you Hausa man or Igbo man or Yoruba man, the life of Nigeria matters. Like if another person from another country come to kill Nigeria like this, what I will be saying? What we will be saying by now? I'm urging the government, both the military themselves, and all the whole forces in Nigeria. What I'm foreseeing in Nigeria forces is not human beings. I am not lying you. What I'm foreseeing in Nigeria forces are not human beings. The way they take the work, to personal. They're doing the work like say the work does not have any direction or any control or any law that guide their work. How can you tell me this is a mistake? Killing your own citizens you're supposed to defend. Your own citizens you're supposed to defend. Then if we are killing them like this, what will other criminal organizations do? We are giving them assets that to show them that we are not safe in the country. Since way Boko Haram they inside this country now, it's getting to 2 decades. They never kill them like this quantity. What is happening? What is happening? Do you know why I'm saying this? I'm crying every day. Insecurity, according to one security expert that come to GDA program, he said insecurity is a direct bullet that spare nobody. He doesn't know your religion, he doesn't know your tribe. Neither do you know whether you're a small boy or a big man. Please, I am begging.
Thank you,
Nemeka. If there is anything we can do, let's do it earlier before it gets out of hand.
Thank you.
Before it gets out of hand.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, my dear.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, appreciate you. 0700 903 903 903 is the number to call, and then we'll get to talk this morning. I have this message. This is Frank from Imobi Frank from Alimusho says, "Good morning, Mary. If over 22,000 policemen are displaced in Lagos without proper relocation made, how will their commitment to service be effective? Nigerian Police Service Commission should stand up and give policemen in Nigeria the right welfare they deserve. Policemen are underpaid. They hear billions and they are enslaved in service of security to the politicians. How can they work effectively? Sometimes something should be done fast for them. Nigeria belongs to all of us, not for the politicians alone, please." Okay, thank you, Mr. Frank, for your contribution this morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Madam Mary.
Good morning to you, sir. What's your name and location?
Yes, I'm Christopher.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, please. First of all, I need the phone number of Barrister Darlington, please. Then, on what you are talking about, like the other man was saying, it is baffling that somebody will throw a bomb at a place. I'm sure they have all the right equipment to know where not to drop those things. That mistake is not so understandable to me. May the Lord help everybody.
Yeah, thank you.
Please, let me have the number of Barrister Darlington.
Who told you I have it? Thank you very much for calling. Barrister Darlington, do you know if I have it? I don't have it. Hello. Good morning. Hello, good morning. Okay, I can hear you. Let's see. Hello. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning to you. What's your name and location?
Mr. Udo on the line.
Mr. Udo, go ahead, sir.
From Kotu.
Kotu, go ahead.
You see this killing of Kaduna, I'm sorry to say, man. We caused it by ourselves. By this time that they arrested the Boko Haram and they stepped down that they have already hands them and they gave their army uniforms to work. Then where are they going to do? And what do you think they will do? We are not facing army, we are facing the Boko Haram. Because they are the one that Buhari gave their uniform to work as an army. And they are the one that they are the enemy of Kaduna.
No, please, don't sell that propaganda. If you don't have fact to back it, where did Buhari give their uniform to wear? And who told you that it was?
Those that they said they have hands down, why we allow them to wear uniform?
Thank you very much for calling.
Now there is
thank you very much. This matter is very sensitive. If you don't have facts to back what you're saying, don't even go there. We're talking about lives that have been lost, and stop insinuating things that you don't have backings for, huh? So you don't create more problems. We're trying to already deal with this. 127 people already dead. Okay. I wanted to take a call, but I just checked the time. The time here is up. Thank you so much for being part of the program. It's been informative speaking with you this morning. I'll be here again tomorrow, Friday, same time, God willing, from 7 to 8. Thank you for being part of VOP broadcast this morning. I'll continue to remain here. We are the voice of the people, 90.3 FM. My name is Mary Onaife Edepi. You can find me on Instagram at Mary Media. Coming up next right now is Oge Ndibo. That's a great program. It's a paper review in Igbo language. Keep it here. Do not change the dial. We are the voice of the people.